And I think this is the biggest problem, not only outside the church, but inside the church as well. This is the number one reason people so absolutely, people have no hope and zero results in their lives, even when they're walking with God. Because apart from God, all humanity can do is consume, consume, consume. Okay? All those streams we talked about only flow one way, from the outside in, outside in. Most humans are only preoccupied and consumed with what is flowing into them. And we all know those kinds of people. We were them, maybe still are them. We have family members that just consume but never give back. We know people in society, in our culture, in our churches that consume, 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 but never give anything back. The stream only goes one way, but it never goes out. Okay? It never goes out. Listen to this spiritual principle carefully. In God's kingdom, the streams should be flowing outward from our innermost parts. Humanity is relentlessly obsessed with feeding its own flesh. The deeds of the flesh flow only selfishly and self centeredly inward. All for me, all for me, all for me. The gifts of the Spirit flow outward into our lives, from our lives to all the lives around us and to the world around us. John 7:37-39, Jesus says, out of your innermost being, rivers of living water will flow from you. Rivers of living water will flow from you. And then in Galatians 5, verses 13-26, let's go ahead and read that. Let me get back to Galatians here. Galatians 5. And here again, let's re-emphasize that for the fleshly, all streams flow one direction, to me, to me. But the gifts of the Spirit all flow in one direction, outward to the people around me, to the world around me, my family, my friends, my neighbors, my co-workers, my community. Okay? Listen to this. I'm warning you about these things, as I warned you before, that those who practice such things will not inherit the kingdom of God. That is really harsh. Why? Because all those things just flow into you selfishly, self-centeredly. You're just sucking up everything for your own flesh, but you're giving nothing back. But, he says, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. The law is not against such things. In other words, God says, don't do this. But as far as the fruits of the Spirit, there's no rules, there's no regulations, there's no limits. Do it as much as you want. So you have free reign to practice the fruits of the Spirit to to no end. There's no limit to it. Okay? Here's the thing. Even in the Christian church, many of us, too many of us, just take in, but nothing is going out. And when that happens, yes, there's hopelessness. There's a feeling that the Spirit's not working within you. There's a spirit that you're not seeing any results, any power, any change in your life. Why? Well, you haven't changed anything. You're still consuming, but giving nothing back. Okay? Here's the thing. If we have rivers of living water flowing from us, right? Endless rivers of living water, shouldn't they be splashing somebody else? Shouldn't those rivers of living water be drenching, cleansing, refreshing other people? Not simply ourselves, right? What's that water for? And that's the thing. Again, if God doesn't fill this void in our lives, then our lives become black holes of want, need, desire, hopelessness, and despair, where people can only take, but they can never give. A black hole is so powerful, even light does not escape it. Even light cannot escape it. And we are the light of the world, as Jesus said. We are the light of the world. But if you're just a black hole of want, desire, and need, and the flesh, and all streams are just flowing back to you, but you're not splashing anybody else with the spirit filled rivers of living water within you, why would you experience anything different? Why would anything be different? Right? And for many people, even in the Christian church, their lives are a black hole of just consuming and taking in, and no light escapes. Nothing can escape from a black hole. Okay. So that's the thing I think that's afflicting most believers most of the time. We consume without ever being able or even wanting to give back. And this happens to believers as much as anyone else.